We're warming up here. Looks like we're live and we're feeding out to the folks out there. Um, let's do this. While we're waiting for confirmation here, of course, I want to remind everyone to go to hankstrange.com, sign up for the email list. Very, very important thing to do here. While you're looking around the website, you can find different ways to support us and all that. Of course, we're selling stickers on there. Let's see, we'll put up some stickers. There you go. There's the grenade sticker. We also have patches on there. This is the 2020 was hell in a handbasket patch. So I think Lola's throwing in free stickers when you buy patches. You could just buy the stickers, do whatever you want to do over there. But check that out. Sign up for our email list. That's the way to go with that. All right, let me load everyone into the screen here, and then let's smash the open.
Welcome back to the Hank
All right,
Strange
guys.
Situation.
Thanks for joining us here. Make sure you
Lifestyles of the
subscribe,
locked and
smash the
loaded.
thumbs ups, ring the bell so that you can be notified. Oh, there you go. Walter ringing the bell. Walter ringing the bell. Make sure you get that rung. Why are we seeing Jordan twice? I don't have any idea. I meant to hit Babyface P somehow and didn't do the right thing. There we go. All right, we're live. We're live. We're here. I'm getting this figured out here. This is what happens when you go away for a couple of days and you don't do the show for a couple of days and you forget how to do everything. But we are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is episode 731 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I'm your guest, Hank Strange. We're going to call this Pennsylvania Pro Gun Group is all for gun control. It's Free for All Monday. We've got Jordan of JSD Supply joining us. What's up, Jordan?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on? We've got Babyface P joining us as well of Babyface P Industries, Universally Unlimited, Interstellar.
That's it.
Yeah. We also have Walter Keller of Safety Harbor Firearms joining us. Can we get jazz hands? Let's do that first. Take that back from the terrorists first. There you go, jazz hands. Taking it back from the terrorists. Okay. So should we just jump in to what's going on in Pennsylvania, Jordan?
Sure.
Yeah, I know I spoke to you earlier. You were fired up about this. I don't know if you've worn yourself out at this point, you know.
Yeah, I'm a little tired. We traveled yesterday, did some visiting with some friends today and stuff, and then I kind of get this. My phone just starts blowing up at lunchtime. Hey, did you see this? Do you see this? No. So I start reading it, and it's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, so one of our gun show promoters up here that we do a lot of business with, they have a bunch of shows that we support them and go to, and our customers go to. They've decided that we're not going to be able to sell basically homemade or home built firearms kits at their shows.
I think
so
there's
80%ers.
I think there's a misnomer here. They're telling you aren't able to sell a hunk of either metal or plastic that just happens to look like a receiver. That's all it is.
Yeah. No law has changed. We went through a little bit of our Attorney General Josh Shapiro in end of 2019. He tried to make us do background checks, and we were set up to do that. And the FPC, Firearms Policy Coalition, got, I don't know what the right legal terminology is, but an injunction or a stay on that. So basically, it's normal. We can sell whatever we want. As a home built kit. So.
Do a background check on a non-firearm?
Yeah, it's not a firearm. Why are we so listen, we probably need to go back and lay this out for everyone. I'm going to try to get John Crump to come on here, but there is an article that we can point everyone to if you guys want to see an article about this. I believe Truth About Guns, was it Truth About Guns that had this? Hold on, let me see. Where's my article? Articleizations, if I can get everything up on here properly. Here we go. Okay, so it says Pennsylvania AG pressures gun show promoter to ban sales of ghost gun kits, quote unquote. Right? That's that's what's in there. Pennsylvania's assiduously anti-gun Attorney General Josh Shapiro did the happy dance today for the press after announcing that he's pressured the state's largest gun show promoter into banning the sale of quote-unquote ghost gun kits. Shapiro held a press conference in Philadelphia today to announce the agreement, quote-unquote, under which Eagle Arms Productions will prohibit the sale of kits. So Shapiro said the agreement struck between prosecutors and the gun show promoter is the first of its kind in the country. An Eagle Arms representative confirmed the agreement but declined further comment. And then Shapiro said, "We've become the first state in the nation to do something about this, to bridge the strained relationships between gun enthusiasts and those who want more gun reform." Shapiro, this is what he said.
You have strained it further.
Yeah.
Is Shapiro, is he elected?
Yeah.
Shapiro, is he get elected?
Yeah. So
never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. So the thing that's going on here, you guys, the folks out there really need to check this out. So they're talking about how ghost guns are quickly becoming the weapon of choice for criminals, right? So we could go through. Not. Yeah, that's really not true. Criminals can get their hands on anything. They could, they don't care about laws. Now, here's the really important part of this, and I'm going to try to share this with the folks out there if I can do this right once again. A.G. Shapiro got an assist in pushing the gun show ban from an ostensibly pro-gun organization that apparently isn't a fan of Keystone Staters building their own firearms in their own homes. Kim Stolfer, that's a dude for everyone. I know I was confused about it too. Kim Stolfer, president of the Pennsylvania chapter of Firearms Owners Against Crime, said Eagle Arms Productions owner Joel Kohler has every right to control what products are sold at his events, and added legitimate vendors at these events support what Eagle Arms is doing. So go ahead. I know someone wants to jump in.
Have they asked the legitimate vendors? Have they done a poll to ask them?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Yeah. Go ahead.
What? Kim went around to the last gun show and talked to a few different dealers or whatever. The ones he's talked to are mad at us because we are always busy. No matter the time of year, we are always busy. They are not. They sit down and read the newspaper. They talk to their buddies, drink beer, whatever it is that they do. I mean, we're business people, we're salespeople, and we're obviously huge Second Amendment advocates and supporters. So we support all of the different dealers and vendors that are at the shows, whether they're selling muskets that I'm not into at all. I don't care about muzzle loading, muskets, whatever, but we support them to do that. So these guys, they're mad or jealous or upset that we go and we're there for business and to support the industry. So we go and work where it's leisure time for them, which is fine. They can do whatever they want. But those are the dealers he's talked to, are the guys that kick back and read the newspaper for 2 or 3 days in a row and aren't approachable. We're very approachable. Our customers love us. We have a lot of fun with our folks. So yeah, that's who he's talked to. The ones that are mad that we go and make money and the others don't.
Yeah,
I guess.
So there's
they can't sell or overpriced guns. That's what.
Right.
Yeah. There's a couple of things going on here, and we do have John Crump. We got a couple of Crumps joining us actually. I'll throw them in the mix here.
I can only handle one.
Yeah,
I can only handle one Crump.
I feel for you, son. So the thing here is it's a gun show, right? A gun show is a gun show.
Right.
Yeah, Crump, do you want to enlighten us in what's going on here? And shout out to Matthew also, by the way. That's coming. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see Jordan on. Hey, how you doing? What's up, Patrick? Hey. Hi, Walter. How are you all doing? Okay, so basically, Pennsylvania has this really anti-gun AG named Shapiro, who hates unfinished receivers and frames, like with a passion. Mm-hmm. Well, he wants to get them banned, and Philadelphia is making some kind of questionable, unconstitutional move right now to ban them.
Yeah.
That violates the state preemption law, but that's not what this is about. There is a gun show promoter that basically blocked anyone selling 80% from selling 80% at their booth. Mm-hmm. At their booth, whatever it is. Whether it's
was it the booth Jordan, or was it a booth or an event?
An event.
Okay.
But if I'm saying if you had 80% at your booth,
Oh, you couldn't sell them.
Booth.
Okay.
Couldn't sell them.
Right.
JSD Tactical, I believe, is one, and there's some other ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
I started looking into that. I heard some like troubling stuff a few days ago, and so I started looking into it, and I kind of knew it was coming before it was coming. I'm sure JSD did too.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I know they did.
Yeah. So,
but
go ahead.
But
John.
yeah, so I think it started coming down, and it looks like it was pressure from the AG, but it was also pressure from FOAC, which is the Firearms Owners Against Crime, specifically their president, Kim Stouffer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say whether they're right or wrong. I can tell you what was said when I talked to him today.
I think we can definitely come up with whether they're right or wrong here. But go ahead. Yeah. No, we're gonna let you get your thing.
Okay. Kim says he doesn't believe in a registration, but does believe that we have to self-police ourselves by somehow making it traceable.
No.
By not allowing cash sales, like I think he said check.
So hand-to-hand deals. He's against hand-to-hand deals, like you're supposed to be able to do.
He's against selling property from person to person.
Yeah. Well, he says that you should be able to sell them, but only by check or credit card at an FFL.
Yeah, there's a press release that they put out. I guess I could roll it in here a little bit. But you also, I'm just trying to give everyone background before we all get into this and all get fired up, because I know everyone's ready to get fired up. I've got ass missiles preloaded. Yep. For what's going on here, so let me just share.
I'm just gonna be neutral.
Okay, all right, fine. You're gonna be Switzerland. So this is their press release, and in this press release, they effectively say that they don't care if places just to put it out there, let's say Barnauls. They don't care if people buy these from Barnauls, right? From other big places. Right. They want a paper trail because of this whole self-policing nonsense that they're talking about, right?
Yeah, they said they're against the state making any laws, but he did express to me how
they're making laws, though. I'm against them making up laws.
I heard a rumor that one of JSD's guys was accosted by him, and he told him that basically I can't remember exactly what was said, but it was something like how can you live with yourself, or something like that.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself for selling these guns that make it. So
wait, hold on a second here. So this guy who this guy who represents this pro Second Amendment organization in Pennsylvania saw your people where?
At a gun show, at an Eagle Arms gun show. Just a typical weekend for us. Yep.
Okay, and said and then came up to them and told them off. And said exactly what now?
Yeah, so I mean, it's secondhand from my guy. I wasn't there, so this this was told to me. But
I talked to him.
Hey, you should be ashamed of yourself for selling these products. And my guy's like, what? Who are you? And I'm a Second Amendment advocate. So he calls me. He's like, what's going on with this guy? So I don't know. Find out who it is. I don't have a clue who this guy is. So. Before last weekend, I had no idea who Kim Stouffer was. But he's made himself. I didn't
hear of him up until today either.
Okay. So I asked him. I asked him if he said it. He says he can't recall exactly what was said, but he stands by it. And said that like people sell unfinished frames for cash, hand-to-hand cash, like gun shows, they have no soul because their market is criminals.
So he's accusing
criminals.
So he's accusing guys like JSD and anyone else selling at these gun shows of having no soul and being criminals because they're selling pieces of metal.
No, because the people who buy them are criminals.
Oh, the people who buy them are criminals. So they're supposed to assume that the people buying from them are criminals.
I don't know. It's like he gave an example of like if someone comes in that's sketchy to a gun store, you don't have to sell them anything.
Okay,
but he said especially in certain
yeah.
areas where where some of the gun shows are, he takes issue with
What would
selling
those
ghost
areas
guns.
be? Like where people of color are,
Black
perhaps?
neighborhoods.
Well,
Mm,
I
yeah.
asked them
So they're
that, and
sketchy because of what they look like.
well, I asked him
That's
that.
right. That's right.
At first he said yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
black neighborhoods, but then he corrected himself. He said, I mean, low income neighborhoods. So not low income. Sorry, high crime areas. Sorry.
They have gun shows in high crime areas.
I don't know.
I've never been to in Florida. I've never been to a gun show in a high crime area. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
the
mean, what difference does it make? You could
minutes.
drive from a high crime area to anywhere you want to. They invented this thing with 4 wheels and an engine that moves you around. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand what that means, really.
I mean, I don't know. My conversation with them was about 30 minutes. It's on my live channel, not my live channel, my news channel, John Crump News. You can go listen to the whole thing there. I'm not gonna pass judgment on anyone.
Okay.
You know.
I will.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, go ahead.
I like to let since I'm a news guy, I like to let the people.
Yeah, let's let Walter go for it. Go, Walt.
And I'm gonna give John credit for that, because a lot of people have their news is all biased.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't do it, and I wanted to get that out before you say what you're gonna say, because I know where it is.
Regardless what you might think or feel, just tell me what's going on, and you
right,
did it.
True,
right?
true.
Okay. So, but my question is, does anybody know about this group?
Yeah, they're actually pretty big in Pennsylvania. They have a lot of influence in the Republican Party.
Oh,
it seems
okay.
like,
So this is not one of the Bloomberg groups. Excuse me, forgive me for interrupting here. This is not one of these like Bloomberg setup groups that they just created to fake out like their pro Second Amendment groups.
No,
Okay.
They've been around since the 90s. In fact, there's a lot of people that's been in FOAC for a long time. It seems like they have kind of swayed a little bit. They claim they don't like confrontational politics.
One of those people.
Their people is you have to talk and communicate and come to an agreement.
No. Nope.
You have to compromise. Is that what it's called?
They don't use that words. They just talk.
Oh wait, what? Can't we just all get along?
Yeah, but they've been around for a minute.
I don't think we can get. I don't want to get along with you if you want to infringe on my rights.
If you want to sell out my rights.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
My rights that you have no control over. You did not grant me my rights.
Where does the Attorney General get off telling people what they can do and what they can't do?
In a
That's legal,
probably.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know he could send out the Gestapo and they can give you a hard time, but it's
all in humor, everybody. It's all in humor.
Yeah. So let Jordan give us your opinion on this, and I know we've got a lot of weighing in to do here, but just hit us with what's your opinion of, because I think we've set this up, right? I think we've got people to understand exactly what's happening in Pennsylvania. I'm just going to recap real quick. So, pro-gun organization that's been around since the 90s in Pennsylvania. I think it's a national organization. Pennsylvania.
No, it's a Pennsylvania.
It's a Pennsylvania organization. They've been around for a long time. They deal with Republicans. I'm sure they're out there protecting lots of rhinos.
Yeah. And all fairness, though, they do object to the ghost gun bills, the so-called ghost gun bills.
But this is like this is a schizophrenic situation from them, because how can they object to the ghost gun bills, but then say no, we're going to side with the Attorney General in Pennsylvania that this should be banned?
I think the thing is that they should be banned, but they should be banned by the gun world and not
the
government.
Anyway. Well, so when do we stop selling AR uppers then?
I don't know.
When do we stop selling replacement hammers and springs and all that?
Oh God! If they could get a bill passed that did that, they would love it, because then guns would eventually expire. You know.
Yeah.
Well, no. You know what'll happen is people just make the stuff on their own.
I can sit down with a file and attempt to steal and heat.
Let's let Jordan jump in here, because Jordan has, of course, invested interest in this and has a great understanding of this. Explain to the folks out there who don't know what JSD Supply does. Explain what they do, and then hit us with your opinion, and then we're all going to get crazy here. But go for it, Jordan.
Yeah, sure. So JSD Supply, we've been selling 80% receivers since 2013. Very small company, and we've just kind of rose through the ranks, and now we're kind of, I guess, in the upper tier now, whatever, as far as volume goes. But yeah, so we go to gun shows. That's how we started. We love being, face to face with our customers, and doing that sort of thing, and supporting the community that way. So my opinion on it, basically, I mean, there's a lot to unpack here. The gun show promoter, I mean, we're friends with, a good guy, good group. We've always had great shows with them. It's a private business at the end of the day, so we support private businesses to be able to do what they want to do. So if that's his decision, we don't agree with it, of course, to not allow us to sell most of our products there. But we do support his decision to make that decision. So on the government side of the Attorney General and some of these legislatures that were there or whatever, we don't support any of that. Of course, it's your God-given right to create firearms. It's not granted from the government, is the way we view it. So we're totally 100% against it. Of course, so are all of our customers. He made some Kim Stolfer made some allegations that we only sell to criminals. I mean, if that were the case, we would know that criminals have them. If crime was being committed with home-built firearms that we sold, we would know about it. There'd be a much larger issue than what they're portraying in the news. 2019, I believe it was 2019, Philadelphia took in 5,000 crime guns. I believe 99 of them were home-built firearms. So the problem isn't home-built firearms. The problem isn't the 4,901 regular firearms. The problem is crime and bad people. They made mention that there was a repeat offender that had purchased some things. So why are we letting him into the show to make these purchases if we know that he's a bad guy? If these are so bad, couldn't he have caused crime and havoc on his drive home? Half hour, 45-minute drive from the event back to his place. So
why are they letting that repeat offender be on the streets?
Be on the streets if he's so bad. Yeah, if he hasn't served his time and he's still a menace to society, then maybe he shouldn't be out. It's another discussion, I guess. But at the end of the day, we follow the law. We respect the law, whether we agree with it or not. We've denied customers from purchasing as well. He made another allegation in his statement that regular FFLs, we are an FFL actually as well, and we've denied customers for a multitude of reasons, and so we do feel that we play a role in keeping things safe and on the up and up. If you were to come in and say, I'm going to buy,
right? Yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you come in and start asking questions, if JSD can build the firearm for you, that's an appropriate question. If you're new and don't understand, we'll explain it to you. No, that's not something we can do. What if I give you another $100? I'm sorry, man, you got to go. Like at this point, ATF. I can't sell you anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're the ATF or you're misinformed or just trying to do something illegal, and we don't want money that bad. I mean, we are in business, but like it's not worth. It's not worth any of that. So we've denied plenty of customers out of safety, for ourselves, for them, for the community. So to say things like we're soulless and that sort of thing, we are 100% not that. We don't support crime. We don't support criminals. We want this to be as mainstream as possible, which I say on every show that I'm on. I've said that on your show, Hank, and on Crump's. That's what we want. We want it to be as mainstream as going to the store and buying a gun, which it is, or could be. That's what we want to see. The criminal element is zero as far as we're concerned. But there's humans involved, so we I don't know. There's going to be bad people. Bad people are always going to exist.
Right. It looks like John has some questions. John, do you want to hit us with your questions and then
I asked Kim Stover some really tough questions. And I put up the raw interview just because I didn't want anybody to say, hey, you're spinning this in a certain way. So since we're live here, can I hit Jordan up with some questions?
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
All right, first one. Kim Stover made an allegation that you were selling that people were going in there buying hundreds of polymer 80 kits.
Man, I wish I had that kind of cash.
I mean,
does that happen?
I wish they would too. I wish that would happen. I would love to sell 100 at a time and make my weekend super simple. We've never sold 100 to anybody other than dealers or resellers, legitimate people. A normal customer, the most a normal walk-up customer buys is at max maybe 5.
I got it.
Walter guessed that.
Yeah,
Walter hit that number.
All right.
Yeah.
Another.
So, but
question.
wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry. Let me just. Go, okay, Patrick, go for it, because I know you're. Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say, and I'm gonna say the same exact thing.
No, go. You do it.
Do we have children listening? I saw there were earplugs on children. No, we're good now. No kids.
We're good.
Yeah.
Kids. Okay. What the fuck is it his business if I go in there and buy 100 lowers? It's none of your fucking business.
Yeah. How is that a crime?
Another question is, the only thing you sell is lower receiver frames at gun shows. You don't sell anything but polymer 80 kits.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously not true because we manufacture our own parts and our own 80% receivers. We sell a litany of product. So
you just bring the stuff in from Ohio, I think it was.
Yeah, we use H&M nitriding in Ohio, so maybe in conversation it came up that we picked up parts from Ohio, but we do get some stuff from Ohio, but we get some stuff from all over the country.
How dare you bring in guns from out of state that the criminals are going to get their hands on?
Yeah,
how dare you?
Yeah.
So I hate to go back, John. Hold on one sec. Just hold on to the questions. I listen. Let's just go back here for a second. If I go there and I buy 100 of these lowers, okay, or 80%ers, I buy it because they're not lowers by the definition of having to have serial numbers, etc. So I buy 100 of these. If my intention is to take those 100 and make them into firearms and sell them illegally, the problem isn't with you, it's with me. Right? And the agencies out there need to deal with that. And in your interview that I listened to, John, he was talking about how at the show, whatever agency arrested people for selling a couple of guns there at the show that were built like this. Of course they should.
Of the guys. I think it was like one of the guys that was there got arrested with a stolen gun as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So that guy who they arrested who tried to sell these things illegally, right, outside of what you're supposed to do if you're trying to, because someone might legitimately buy 80%ers and have an FFL, all that kind of stuff, a manufacturing thing, finish them, serialize them, sell them. That's fine, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. But if you're making these and trying to sell them, which they caught someone doing it, the person they caught had just a 38 on them. So far as I know, there's no 80% 38s out there yet.
That's right.
It was a Smith & Wesson.
Okay, Smith & Wesson.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no 80%ers on that front.
No. No.
Okay.
So,
that particular guy was 19 years old, I guess, as well. So in Pennsylvania, you can own pistols at 18. You can't buy them from an FFL until you're 21.
Mm-hmm.
So how did he get the revolver? I mean, he could have legally obtained it if his dad or his mother or whoever, however they would do a transfer that way. But so the guy has not just a home built kit, he has a store bought kit. How did he get that? Why? How did he get that? There's all these rules and regulations for real firearms.
In the eyes of the law, it's all it should be blind until that person commits a crime. Not pre-crime.
Yeah.
Do you think that selling of your firearms have contributed to the rise in violence in Pennsylvania?
No, I think it's helped decrease.
Yeah, you're asking. You're playing devil's advocate here, and you're asking based on.
I'm not saying what I'm playing.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
I think we've decreased some crime. I think more people realize that there are firearms now in the hands of women and maybe some impoverished folks in different communities that are too scared to go to a gun store because they're not sure how they'll be perceived. But we welcome them with open arms. Everybody, every color, every race, every whatever. Poor, rich, no matter what. If you want to be armed, we think you should be, if you're capable of that. So I think we've helped add to the personal defense of the people that need it most. So and we're proud of that. We'll tell anybody that. That's another part of the reason why we're in business. We want to help people. People find us friendly and willing to help them when they need it.
Another criticism he had was that your building has no markings on it as being JSD supply.
Yeah. I can throw a funny anecdote out here.
This guy is a double-dealing, two-faced son of a motherless whore.
My family.
That's my opinion.
One side of my family works in the jewelry industry, and watch repair specifically. And they owned for years. There's a place in Tampa called Livesay's. They owned that, and it was a building in probably a lower income area. You'd say it was kind of in the ghetto, but it was a nondescript building that sold wholesale watch parts to all the watch fixers in Florida. They do that he did that on purpose. He didn't advertise, hey, we have, $10 million in watch inventory, Rolex inventory in here, parts and whatnot. Right. Come steal it. It was like, you just don't need to know what's in here. It's none of your business. If you need to know what's in here, you'll know what's in here and you'll come order parts from us. But
yeah, that's 100% accurate. So we're not set up for retail sales at our location. Exactly. I worked out of my house in my garage for years and years. So if you would have Googled my address 3 years ago, it was my house. Now we're in a warehouse office, and there's mini storage, self-storage on the same property. I own all of that. So people will see that too and then say, well, you're just working out of a storage unit. Well, I'm not, but even if I was, you're still getting your parts. It doesn't matter. And we don't advertise where we are necessarily. We definitely don't have a sign out. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's no crime where we're at, but we are not set up to have people walk in the front door to pick up parts, to talk to us. We're not a gun shop.
Yeah, exactly.
We're a web business and we're a weekend event business. So that's how we're set up, and I'll run it however I want to, since it's mine. So if I want to put up a sign, I will. But I don't want to.
Exactly.
You would never know that's where we are if you drove past at all, and that's the way I want it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Patrick,
Go ahead.
Do we have a sign?
Do you guys have a sign? No, I've never seen it.
You got a door. You got a little sticker on the door. That's about it.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want everybody going, oh, that's the gun place. Yeah, that's the gun place.
No.
Do you market and sell to criminals? Specifically, is that your business model?
That could not have been an accusation. That was an accusation.
Yeah. This is from This is from someone who's on one side of their face, saying that they're pro-gun, and against all these against laws that would prohibit people to manufacture their own firearms, and at the same other side of their face, saying, "Go ahead."
No, I'm just John. Where can I find this interview? Because I can't even believe that accusation.
YouTube.com/John Crump News.
John Crump. Yeah. I'm gonna go look because I can't even believe somebody.
It's audio. John has the audio.
I can't believe somebody is stupid enough to say that a business markets their product. Okay,
I'm not taking sides. I'm just I'm asking the accusations that I got to.
Right. No, understood.
Get Jordan.
Understood.
I asked him tough questions. I'm asking Jordan tough questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this.
And if this guy Kim Stolfer, if he wants to come on the show or something, we're not going to have any more shows this week. But
I'll hook you up with his email if you want.
Yeah, if he wants to come on the show here and take questions and all that kind of stuff, he's welcome to do it. But I mean, I honestly what the hell, dude?
I can't be on that show. I'll have to sit that one.
No, I can't either.
Yeah.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, was that the end of the crazy questions that this guy or comments this guy had towards?
Well, let me answer. Let me answer that last one there. Yeah, I didn't get that on film, I guess. No.
Holy shit! I'm so surprised by that answer.
Yeah.
Why do you think he has such a problem with you?
That I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who he is. I've never met him. I didn't know that the program existed, which is fine. I mean, I don't know everything, of course, but he's never approached me. As far as I know, we've not gotten any emails, any phone calls from him or his organization. I reached out to their group on Instagram, and they say kind of the right things. But
if you look, they're against the ghost gun bills, and they don't.
413 and 414. Yeah.
But this is a stupid thing that a lot of people keep talking about in the there's folks out there who keep saying this. Oh, but you should self-regulate before these people make regulations.
I think that's it. That's his point. We need to self-regulate. We need to compromise. I know he's not a big fan of confrontational politics. Like I said, you have two different
I'm sorry, he confrontationally politicked JSD's employee at the store at the show.
Confrontational politics.
Yeah.
Well, confrontational politics. Okay, you have two different types. You have access-based. It's like the carrot and stick. Confrontational politics can be. It's sometimes referred to as think and spank. Mm-hmm. So if they do something good, you thank them. If they do something bad, then you go after them.
Okay, thank and spank registered in my brain as a completely different thing.
Then you have access-based politics, which says that, the best way to get things done is to have access to the people, and if you spank the people when they do something wrong, you're going to lose access. So those are basically two different schools of politics there.
Here's the thing. So I get this a lot from people. I get this from some people that I know very well. Oh, why don't we just agree to something? Because if you don't agree to something, the next thing you know, they're going to
get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's access-based, basically.
Yeah. So what's everyone's?
Just talk about it?
Yeah, let's get everyone's response to this. Walter, what's your response to that?
Okay, first thing, the reason he's one way or that group is one way in public is because that brings in money. Mm-hmm. That brings in money. If it gets out and it keeps getting out that this guy's a JO, that means jerk off. Mm-hmm. He's not going to be the head of that organization, is he?
Yeah.
Or if the people in Pennsylvania are so effing stupid, this is kind of like an NRA moment. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. A lot of NRA up in this.
They keep these people, these two-faced son of a bitches around, and next thing you know, they're coming to get my shotgun that I can't go duck hunting no more. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't need to kill birds anyways. There's a grocery store, right?
I will say he's very well entrenched in FOAC.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I would, but I'm not saying that's bad or good, but I'm just saying it's just well entrenched.
Just deliver information.
Whoever out there is giving money to FOAC in Pennsylvania, if you really, I don't know if you're really paying attention to what these guys are doing. Personally, I would not give them money. That would be my recommendation. Do not fund this organization. Because this doesn't go in any good place. Patrick, do you want to tell us what you think about when someone says to you, "Why don't you guys just negotiate something?" What do you say to that?
Oh, let me do it before Patrick starts.
Okay.
I just finished 250 80% receivers with serial numbers and all that good monkey business. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't just affect people that sell them unfinished; it affects people who sell them finished too. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot easier for me to start with an 80% receiver than I can start from a plain one, but it's going to take twice as long. So I don't want to do that. I just buy it and finish it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a few dealers that we sell, pallets of unfinished receivers, 80% receivers, and they finish them out, serialize them, and go on their merry way. I mean,
do you think that's who he's talking about?
Part of no.
Yeah, but that's
private. Nobody knows that.
Yeah, but you know what? You buy that 80%. You buy that finished receiver. You're still building that gun.
Yeah.
And that scares them too because they don't know what you built.
Getting up in the morning and looking in the mirror should scare these people.
I do have a question that it's not totally related to this, but it is kind of related to Shapiro. Josh Shapiro and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're doing stuff where they're videotaping your booth and other people selling 80% lowers. I've heard, I haven't had this confirmed, but I've heard from a few different people that they're targeting people of how would Maj say it? The melanated variety.
Oh,
Black
melanated.
people.
Oh, boy,
I'll say it, John.
Yeah.
That's how Maj says it.
Yeah.
I talked to Maj like a couple hours ago. So
melanated.
Yeah. I mean,
is that true?
Yeah, that absolutely is true. Look just at what they pounded their chest about the other day. Last week they had this big, whatever news conference or whatever, and 4 or 5 guys that got arrested were all black.
They're following people.
I just don't get it. In the parking lot. I mean, they're taking pictures of them at the booth. When we say booth, it's a table. It's like a flea market, I guess. If you've never been to one.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand this, and I'm sure Maj has some kind of statement about this. Which, if we get a chance, we'll get it in there. So they're videotaping people. They see some people buying the lowers, and when the people buy it and walk out, they're arresting them.
What's the name?
They're taking pictures of their license plate. They're videoing their license plate. Yeah,
put it in there.
Yeah,
I'll put it in there.
And when you say they, who is they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me very uncomfortable.
Oh, it's the Attorney General's
Hit squad?
Gun task force, they call it.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah.
I also heard that there was an actual gun stolen at a gun event, but they didn't have any cameras on that because they were videotaping people buying 80% lowers. Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my God! This is a circus.
It's a total circus. It's a total circus. And as a civilian, a citizen of this state, watching my tax dollars and everybody else's go to these guys videotaping, majority black customers while there's actual crime being committed in the same building 30, 40, 50 feet away. And we have almost no footage. The only footage we have of those actual criminals stealing an actual gun is like parking lot surveillance. So you kind of see them from overhead. Everybody's wearing a mask. You don't know who's who. If they were doing their actual police work, that should have been caught. There's 4 or 5 of these guys, plus regular police and state police that are typically at a gun show, at any given time. They're focused on legal transactions at not just my booth, but several other dealers that sell them as well. And they missed the actual real life gun that goes bang, being stolen right out from underneath.
And the actual crime happening, the person stealing that gun.
An actual crime happening. Yeah. Actual crime.
Yeah.
Yep. That's one of those 5,000 crime guns they're going to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Inspector Clouseau. It's Pink Panther trying to follow the crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sorry for disrupting the show a little bit there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Walt.
I just have problems. Okay, so you got an event, a gun show taking place in a building. Somebody had to give them the okay to come in and start taking pictures of people, right?
Yeah, so I don't know where the regulation is there. I don't know. I don't know if you have to let.
And in the parking lot, because that's private property too, right?
No, but it's a public space.
Yeah, John's saying it's a public space.
It's a public space. They're totally legal to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. Well.
But I don't know about going into the gun show. I don't know if they have to allow a certain segment of law enforcement in during a show. That I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I'm sure that was done before the show. So before the show happens, those guys are showing up and talking to someone and saying, "Hey, we want to put these cameras up here."
They used to be fine. I mean, I know some of these guys, these gun task force guys. They've been around for, I'll say 2 years, something like that. It's a relatively new program in Pennsylvania, and they were following criminals. I mean, I would see them, and they'd be watching guys straw purchase potentials and shoplifting scenario, happening. So at one point, they were doing what everybody would say, oh, that's should happen. There should be policing if people are going to steal stuff. And then just slowly over the last couple of months, it's been focused on home-built firearm kits. So it's at the direction of Shapiro.
Yeah, let's videotape the scary black guy.
Yeah,
trying to buy an 80%.
It's not
and build his own.
Not even that. It's not even that too. In the process of videotaping the scary black guys. They're videotaping everybody.
Well, with
everybody.
With the Stouffer, with the Kim Stouffer, the FOAC versus JSD thing, I take no stance on that. Just a neutral party asking tough questions.
Okay.
But
right.
with the Josh Shapiro videotaping stuff, I definitely take a stand on that, against that.
Is Pennsylvania a two-party consent state?
It is, but it's public. It doesn't
public,
matter.
Yeah. Yeah,
public. I looked into this already, Patrick.
I was gonna say, are you in public though? You're in a private building.
But it's considered it's open to the public, so therefore
you have reasonable suspicion that you could be overheard.
You have no reasonable guarantee of privacy.
Right.
It's just like going to a Walmart. You have no reasonable.
So let me do a
shopping
couple
mall or something.
Yeah, let me do a couple of things here. First of all, big shout out to TUSC out there, the Firearms Crypto. Shout out to them. You guys should be looking up TUSC. Very important. I also want to say for all the folks out there watching, listening to us, please smash those thumbs ups. If everyone that's on live right now hit the thumbs ups, we'll get to 100. If half the people did it, we'll get to 100. Comment. So this is from Len Holt. I'll get this up here. The sponsor of the show has to be insured in that public space. He's accountable. That's from Len Holt. And then Rebel Sapper says Stouffer is linked to Adam Kraut and Josh Prince heavily. This sucks. He's spouting off about 80%ers. Is that true? Not true. Who knows about that?
That is true. He's linked to Josh Prince heavily and Adam Kraut. I'm not sure what they do now, but in the past they have worked. Josh Prince is an attorney in Pennsylvania, and then Adam Kraut is also in Pennsylvania. I know they've done stuff in the past. I'm not sure about now, though.
Yeah.
I do know.
Yeah, and so Rebel Sapper is saying that, sorry, here late. Let me see what he says. Let me get the stick.
One of the people that's involved with that organization has done good work.
Yeah. He says, sorry here late, but Kim Stouffer and PAFOAC has been instrumental in beating back a lot of anti-gun legislation. They're suing Pittsburgh over assault weapon use bans. Okay, I mean we've had that discussion. Like, hey, these guys are saying two very confusing things. You know, this is really a situation of like, and this is why I was asking everyone about what they feel about people who say, well, why don't you give up something? If you don't give up something, they'll keep they'll keep coming, and then you'll get all these things that you don't want to get.
No,
but have you ever given something up and got something?
Well, I will say that I do monitor. I'm staying neutral in the whole thing, but I will say I do monitor anti-gun groups.
Right.
And like Brady and Giffords on some of their private boards.
I couldn't do that.
I don't know how I don't know how I have access to them. Especially, it's hard, Patrick, man. When you can't say anything,
I sense a lot of sarcasm.
Say anything, and you just have to pretend like, oh yeah, rah rah rah.
Yep, I couldn't do it. I could not.
They are already talking about how to capitalize on JSD and other groups being banned from gun shows, and how to move the goalpost.
But this is the point I'm trying to make here. So this group that supposedly did all these good things in Pennsylvania, right, is now advocating this. So they're advocating and getting companies to cooperate with them, banning people from selling 80%ers at the shows. The Attorney General is using all of that as fodder to push forward his agenda of banning these things outright. How does this compromise help anything? Where is it helping?
I don't know. But I got another tough question for you. Kim told me that none of the other vendors want you there selling your product.
None.
We kind of talked about that maybe before you jumped on. Yeah. They're mad that we're busy. Like I said earlier, we go and work. We're sales guys. We've been in sales forever, so we enjoy this. This is one way we make money, but we also find it fun to do. So these other guys sit there, read the newspaper, don't sell anything. Their stuff's way overpriced. Our prices haven't changed.
The guy selling a Glock 19 for $750 is mad at the other company because
yeah.
Like
or selling a box of 9mm for $50.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the point I think to that. Sorry, Jordan. Let me just get this in here real quick. this is the reason why. Yeah, there was a little bit of buffering. I think it's coming back, guys. I just switched. Switched over things. Yeah, I'm not over at Patrick's. Yeah. Yeah.
That's your fault.
It should be, yeah, I should be over there. It's not. Yes, it's not your fault. But the whole thing that's going on here is we got so much stuff going on. We just came back for this show today, and then there's going to be no shows for the rest of the week because we're going to the PSA event at the Sawmill in South Carolina, and we're leaving tomorrow to go do that. So we'll be out there all week, and then when we come back, I think on Saturday we're going to be at Ocala at the Florida Carry event that's happening in Ocala. So, yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
Florida Carry, that's a great group.
Yeah,
I like Florida Carry.
So there's a lot of stuff going on, and that's why I'm here. And then I guess, you know,
I know some behind this stuff.
Yeah, it looks like the connection is back. So go ahead, yeah. So if anyone missed out here, we're talking about the fact that if you negotiate with these guys, if you give in to these guys, if you make a peace offering or whatever the hell craziness you want to put it as, you're giving them something, and they're not going to stop taking, and they're going to use that and close an avenue that people really need. Go ahead, Patrick.
It feels like if I were to put a for sale sign in my neighbor's front lawn. It's like, I don't have the right to do that. It's not mine. I can't negotiate that property away. It's not mine to do that.
One thing that's always amazed me, and I can't get if you ask one of these people, you can't get an answer out of them because they don't have one. What are you so scared of?
Life itself. Have you seen
what? What are you so scared of? Well, if it saves one life, you're not worried about that dude smoking his lungs out, or that kid riding a motorcycle 170 miles an hour. But the gun, the gun, it's. What are you so scared of? You go outside, you hear it all? I've asked people that. You hear all that shooting?
Everything in life is dangerous. This is the crazy thing about a lot of these people,
I just went and rode mini bikes over the weekend. I'm 59 years old. I could have got killed doing that. Oh God! Come on, man.
Well, I will say in defense of Ken Stouffer, he was in Vietnam and saw a lot of blood over there, and that's one of the reasons why he is against.
But does that mean you could take my rights away?
No, I'm just letting you know what some of his reasoning is.
This is the kind of.
I would say that to him too. Well, my dad was over in Germany and Poland, and they put him in a labor camp during World War II. He loves guns. He's seen lots of guns.
The problem here is not the guns. The guns are not the problem. The people. And the people who break the law, the folks out there who have the right to manufacture their own guns, should not lose that right because there's bad guys out there doing things. This is the same argument of why people want to ban guns in the first place. So forget about 80%ers. They want to ban all guns because they say there's folks out there doing bad things. Well, you are never going to stop broken people out there, but you need this ability to defend yourself against the broken people in that time of need. Otherwise, we're going to have a complete police state, and look at the places where you have a police state already. You can look at California, you can look at New York, look at Chicago, L.A., right? L.A., New York City, Chicago. What the hell does that do? They're police states already, and they're not stopping all these crimes and these criminals. The only thing that could help people is in that moment to be able to defend yourself. And when these idiots like this district attorney in Pennsylvania are taking people's rights away and making it more difficult, when you have idiots like Biden out there doing things, and now there's this massive demand on guns, if you cannot manufacture and make your own, you think they're going to stop here? You don't think at one point they're going to go, you can't make ammo. You're a criminal because you're making ammo.
Well, you're not. Well, once again, just do the facts. See how many people get killed with these things, and once you see how many people get killed with these things, you'll go. The guns are like, or baseball bat.
Has anybody read this man's bio at the FOAC PAC website?
Hit us with it.
He writes like a first grader. Jim is a strong supporter of Second Amendment rights, and he has assisted with a number of events for FOAC, including our Gun Bash, where he is one of the top 4 sellers of Gun Bash tickets.
Oh boy!
What are you doing?
This sounds a lot like NRA. We give away guns.
He put a comma in the middle of a sentence. He is a strong proponent of protecting and expanding, Second Amendment rights in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Okay, so you can buy yourself an assault rifle, or a black rifle or whatever you want to call it, but you can't build your own.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, you can only do that if you buy it from Barnauls or Midway USA. That's his stance.
Or
somebody like that.
Or you buy it from me, or you buy it from somebody else. I'll tell you what, I'm the first person in the world. I like buying my guns from people. That's part of my personal guns. When I look to buy a gun, I love to buy it. I buy it from Patrick. I buy it from Hank. Yeah, I'm not good. I don't do background check on me. That's my personal stuff, not my business. So
yeah.
You know.
It's Sergeant. He's a sergeant.
You know?
Yeah. Listen,
man, this is.
I'd make money. You know, if they did all that personal background check garbage, they had to do. I'd make money. I don't want to do that stuff.
No, have you guys done any professional hiring?
Have we done any professional? You're still reading his bio, actually.
Have you looked at resumes that are just completely bloated with nonsense from a person that's ill-qualified, and you're like, what the fuck are you? That's this right here.
This is why I have my own business. If I don't
ridiculous.
like your face, I'm not gonna mess with you. Not gonna hire you. That's how I roll.
I mean,
those things don't mean anything. Someone coming to an interview in a suit and a tie, I don't know. Listen, okay, I don't want to take everything away from that. Hey, I get it. You put on a suit and a tie and you showed up. Nowadays, someone was telling me yesterday, someone was telling me that kids nowadays go to job interviews and they're on their phone while they're in the interview.
I not hired your ass. Oh yeah, so fast.
Out.
Oh, I got an interesting story about that.
Hit us.
This shirt is available at blackswantactical.com. Use code Crumpy for 10% off.
Yeah.
You're the best, John.
Yeah.
It's girls and guns.
I used to do the gun shows, and it's been a long time ago. Mm-hmm. I didn't complain about the guy across from me selling stuff for more than me, or if he's busy. It just made me think, how am I going to get busy? Right?
How am I going to do it? That's right. Yeah, you're right. Yep, exactly. When we first started, we weren't busy. Yeah, we weren't busy, so we had to figure it out, man. We started from my couch in my living room, so.
Yeah,
I don't know. This guy's delusional. The stuff he says about me.
You made sacrifices, right? You made sacrifices. You started out in a time when not everyone, when there were a lot of guns and stuff like that available. When all of this wasn't happening, a lot of folks out there were like, oh, what do we need these 80%ers for? We don't need that.
Right.
It's the same thing that happened to the bump stocks, that happens to everything. This is why you don't negotiate with these idiots, because they will negotiate away everything. But the point I want to make is you made your sacrifices. Timing for everyone is everything. So timing for you is on your side today, right? In the business that you decided to invest a lot of your time, energy, and money into, and then people are mad at you because of that, and what they decide to do is make carve-outs. Oh, we're not for this, but we're okay if they shut this guy off from doing business.
Right.
Bullshit.
Right.
It really, honestly, this sounds like high school politics. It sounds like somebody doesn't like you personally, or you're infringing on their business or something like that. And it's gone around the grapevine to this guy who's like, oh, I got to get that turned out. I can't have that happening to good old Joe. That's what it sounds like to me.
That was another YouTuber calling to says, is that video on your YouTube channel serious?
I'm gonna have to go after this, John. I'm gonna go watch it because I just can't even believe it.
And I said yes, and he said I'm only 4 minutes in. Damn.
Yeah.
We do the Knob Creek. We do the Knob Creek machine gun shoot twice a year when it happens. It hasn't happened in 3 times.
Right.
And I have a business called Sten Parts, and we sell receiver tubes and barrels and all kinds of stuff. When I first started doing that show, I couldn't believe how much money I could make. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I started with one little tub of stuff and borrowing 2 foot of somebody's table, and I made like $3,000 in an afternoon. So I was like, man, this is rock and roll. So I just kept adding to my stuff and doing stuff like that. And we still sell all that stuff. But if I'm busy at that show and the guy across from me's, drinking his coffee and doing whatever, it's not my fault.
No.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not selling something that people want.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. John, if you're gonna plug another thing.
It sounds
no, I'm not gonna plug another thing. Especially if you go to Crumpy. No. Yeah. No, I just had a good idea. Hank, what would you say, and Jordan, what would you say if we got Kim Stouffer and Jordan on the same podcast?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I want to have this conversation.
That's up to Jordan. I should have said
go ahead.
No, I'm totally up for it, man. I wished he would have reached out before he made these kind of crash statements, and he kind of attacked me personally too, which I try to not take stuff too personal, but I mean, some of the stuff he said in that interview, you know, made the comment something about the sanctity of life. I mean, you know, I'm a born again Christian, man. We believe that all men and women, you know, everybody was created in the image of God. I've been taught that since I was a child. I teach my children that. You know, we love all people equally. Poor, rich, whatever color, whatever race. So, you know, trying to attack me personally and say things like that is, you know, it's terrible. He doesn't know me or the people that represent me at all. So, you know, things like that are kind of crazy, you know, to have to listen to, I guess, because anybody that's known me for any amount of time knows that that's just 100% not true. So, you know, it goes beyond the gun stuff. You know, when you start getting into some personal things like that. So yeah, I'd love to hear what he has to say, you know, direct to me. Yeah, we could have that conversation.
Yeah. I just think that it's a sandpit, I guess. Is that what we call it? You know, it's quicksand to step into, to think that we're going to start negotiating away things. We're far off from what the Second Amendment says. I saw someone that was trolling us trying to bring this up. Oh, well, you don't really have the Second Amendment because you already have laws. Aha. This is the point. This is the point.
Right.
We have the Second Amendment. We have a crap ton of laws. Why are we going in that? Why do we keep going in this direction? Why are we negotiating things away when there's all this crap? Why are we doing it? They're not saying, hey, let's go purely back to the Second Amendment and we're going to add 3 laws. We have a crap ton of laws. We have a mega crap shit ton of laws out there that are impinging, that are infringing on us, and we don't need to do any more, and we don't need to have that conversation with them. People have the right to manufacture their own firearms. An established law is that if you manufacture firearms, even the ATF says this, that if you
over and over again,
if you manufacture your own firearms for your own use, fine, right? Fine. Now we had, what was it? Matthew Larossiere was talking about this, right? You manufacture for your own use, fine. He even said, actually, if you want to sell or whatever to someone, that's actually still fine. Okay,
it's intent.
Right.
Yeah, the problem is when you get into the business and you intend to do this business and going around the law that says you have to be licensed. And this is what. Go ahead.
If you make it with the intent of selling, you're committing a crime unless you have a business license in your FFL. If you're making it, like I have a bunch of homemade firearms sitting next to me, and if one day I said, listen, I need $1,000 for my AK, and I sold it, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. I didn't make it to sell it.
But if we already have a mega crap ton of law enforcement agencies out there, they've got a whole bunch of people working for them. They're investigating things. If they want to investigate Babyface P and they have reasonable cause or whatever, and
I'm pretty goddamn clean.
Yeah. If they knows I'm a goody what I'm saying, they got to prove it. They have to prove it. Okay, why are we going to voluntarily let them shut something down? And obviously, by this group going along with the Attorney General, they got duped. They got pimped. This is all you're doing.
I would like to hear the conversation between the promoter and the Attorney General. That's a conversation I'd like to hear. Because somebody threatens somebody. That's what it comes down to.
So you think that they're trying to intimidate Eagle Arms Imports or whatever the name of that company is? I don't know much about that. That's the promoter, right?
Eagle Imports is it's Eagle Arms. Eagle Imports is the one that imports like Bursa and stuff.
Hey Walter, if you don't comply with this idea, we may just not allow you to have that building spot anymore. No more money for you.
Yeah.
Well, they did that. Yeah. Pinellas County stopped all the like gun shows in public buildings, and they went to some private buildings. I mean, there's plenty of buildings.
Most of these are in private venues because I had that same thought run through my mind that maybe the local government wouldn't permit them. I think that is a huge part that play. I mean, this is what this guy does for a living. So again, we're all for private business rights and their decisions that they want to make. So, but they don't. My thought is they don't want the venues to see this negative publicity and say, oh, at my expo center, this potential thing happened. We can't do the gun show at all anymore. I also read today earlier that somebody had mentioned that maybe their insurance company isn't going to insure them if they allow our products to be sold. So those are two
but this is how you kill an industry.
I guess, but
yeah, sorry, Jordan.
Yeah.
This is how you kill an industry, man. This is how you kill an industry.
Well, it's what they want. Are you surprised?
Right.
Well, you act like you're surprised.
Well, I think
I'm just mad. I'm just mad about it.
I think FOAC would say that they're trying to save the industry by.
You're not saving the industry. You're not saving it. You're killing it.
Let's save the industry by only allowing you to buy bolt-action rifles, shotgun, over-under shotgun, and a revolver. That's all you can have, boys.
Today is March 15th, the Ides of March, right? Or however you want to look at it. You're stabbing the industry in the back with this. That's what you're doing. You cannot single out someone in the industry that you're okay with.
Look at you.
I'm not
you know in history.
Well, I got educated partly in England, so I'm required to know
I didn't even know. I know what it is, but I didn't even put the two together.
I'm required to know about March 15th.
Yeah.
But, just think about this.
Okay.
I don't want to knock Barnauls, right? Because I don't think Barnauls is going along with this, and I don't think any of these bigger companies selling this stuff is going along with this. You cannot put out a statement saying it's okay for Barnauls probably doesn't even want you putting their name in your mouth. It's not okay for Barnauls to sell something but then it's not okay for JSD Supply to do it. No, that's not okay. This is the problem. It's not help. None of this kind of stuff is helping, and people just shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. It's like the same conversation that people have with immigration. Oh, why don't we want to do something about this? No, the whole thing is fucked. It's all messed up. It's all batshit crazy. No one out there is willing to reset to zero. If these guys came to us as gun guys and said, we're going to go back to zero, what the Second Amendment says, shall not be infringed, would you guys be willing to do that if we only add 3 things? I'm sorry. I'm crazy. I'm still going to go. I want to go back to zero, sir.
No.
Take me back to zero. But we are way past 3 things. We're way past 3,000 laws.
Well, that's the difference between computational politics and access-based politics. If you want to see a good example of computational-based politics, look at what GOA does. If you are a bad Republican, we're not going to protect you just because we're worried that a Democrat's going to come in.
Absolutely,
we will attack you if you go against the Second Amendment. We will let our members know. That hey, you voted against this in the Second Amendment.
A sheep in wolf's. A wolf in sheep's clothing is far more dangerous than just having a wolf in general. Like, having somebody that's willing to stab you in the back to get further in their political career is way more dangerous than us going, yeah, I know they're dangerous. We know they're Democrats. We know they're going to try to take the
This is what made me mad at Springfield Armory, and the reason why I, for a long time, I didn't want to do the Hellcat stuff and none of that kind of thing, because basically, this is kind of what happened there, right? They had their own lobbyists. They went out there and they negotiated carve-outs, for themselves, and then screwed over everyone else, in Illinois. All the small people. You can't say, it's okay for the big guys. The big guys can do this, but the little guys can't. No, we don't want the little guys doing it. That's not okay. It's not okay. No. What in what place is it okay? Explain to me. That's what I would ask that guy. Tell me your logic that this is okay. Why? Because you think Barnauls has this paper trace, and what is that going to do? What is the paper trail going to do? Who is that?
They don't have to keep. Barnauls doesn't have to keep any records of who buys what they do, what they buy. I don't have to keep any records if somebody buys something for me that's not a firearm. I can throw all that crap away. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'd rather throw it away. It's less junk you got to have around.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, okay, credit. That's all traceable. But you know what? There is a thing called a money order still.
Yeah. Well, I think they would say they wouldn't. They want. Well, not. I'd say they, but. He explained that he wants a traceable amount, well, a personal check.
So what does he feel?
Check or credit card.
Yeah, what does he feel about lists, right? What does he feel about
But
that?
yeah,
what does
didn't
he
you say
feel
that he
about
doesn't
registering
want
your guns and
registry?
creating databases?
I brought up. I told him. I said that sounds like a registry.
Yeah. What does he feel about registries? How does he feel about registries? What did he say?
He says that it's not a registry.
Bullshit.
But he's saying that he wants them to do it because there's going to be a paper trail. What's the
This is Olympic level mental gymnastics.
Yeah. You can't, and you'll never get that person to say, "You're right." Oh yeah, that is right. That is a registry. Never. He'll never concede to that because he's got that in his mind that's the way it needs to be.
Yep.
And that's it.
I would like to get Jordan on my show one more time to do like a one-on-one, like confrontational interview.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Jordan, what's the thing that makes you the most upset about this? Like, what's your? Because I know we brought you on so you can give us, and then we're getting kind of crazy, but
we're just bitching about it.
yeah. I mean, you're obviously directly. I think we're all affected by this, especially in the short, not even the long run, the short run. But what's your feelings on all this? What makes you the most upset?
Just the fact that this guy claims the Second Amendment advocate and is clearly not in this instance. Maybe he is in other aspects. Maybe he's done some great stuff, but you have to support the entire thing. You have to support all of the Second Amendment for all people all the time. If you don't do that, then you are not a Second Amendment advocate. You are an advocate for whatever assault rifles, quote unquote assault rifles, or bird hunting or whatever your segment is, but please don't speak for me and please don't speak for our community as an advocate when you are clearly not. So that's my biggest hang up with this kind of guy. I'd rather know that, I don't mind if you're against me, but I'd like to know that up front. Don't pretend that we're, on the same side and then later, take a side route on that.
He claims that you're only about the money and you don't care about the people.
God, this guy sounds like projection through.
All right, I got a comment on this too. So go ahead.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Don't kill me about it.
Let Jordan reply. Let Jordan reply about the all about the money thing.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. So, like I said, we've denied customers. If I was all about the money, I'd figure out a way to sell them, to people that we don't feel comfortable selling to. We're average good citizens, so we don't want bad guys to do bad things. We're not all about the money. And the second part of that is I haven't raised my prices since COVID started. Plenty of other dealers that do the same thing we do have raised their prices as much as $100, $150 per kit. Ours are pre-COVID prices. That's one of the reasons why we're popular. Like you said earlier, there's $700 Glock. You can buy mine for $450. You got to build it. You got to do your thing to it. But if we were all about the money, that's what we would do. I'd raise them to $600. I'd probably sell the same amount, and I'd make another $150 on top of it.
There's a lot of gun guys that cannot afford these prices that we're looking at right now. I was talking to one today that listens to the podcast all the time. He professionally delivers stuff. Let's put it that way. And he was telling me, he was like, dude, I listen to your podcast and I'm on the lookout for an 80%er, because everything's just way too expensive out there and I can't do it. I would prefer to build my own firearm, and this is going to hurt the little guy more than anything, So if anything, look, there is nothing wrong about first of all, there's nothing wrong about being about the money. You have to make money, right? You have to take care of your family.
You're in business. You're in business.
Yes.
Yeah. It's if you say that you're willing to do anything for money, then I would have a problem. Obviously, you already said that you're not willing to do anything for money. You're a person of faith. You have your own principles and scruples. Why shouldn't you, though, make money?
Make money.
Right. Of course, we have to make money. Yeah.
If they said you could sell it at the gun shows, but you can only take credit cards.
Well, that costs money. That costs money. And what happens when the credit card says, I don't want you. I don't want your business. Yeah, then what do you do?
Tough.
Yeah, we've experienced that.
That is how
credit cards have cut us off.
Exactly. This is their plan of the left Operation Choke Point is all I need to say to folks out there. Operation Choke Point.
100%.
I hate to bring this back to TUSC. Everybody needs to get their butts up on TUSC, because one of the reasons for the TUSC being out there as a cryptocurrency is to help facilitate us being able to do commerce with each other, right? This is where they're going for. So if you voluntarily go along with that and say this should only be done on credit cards, you're setting up your own demise. You are going to be hoisted by your own petard on that one. That's what's going to happen to you. You're setting your own self up for failure on that one, you know?
You can, Hank, you can make this a form, man, real quick. I got a chicken sandwich in front of me, and I don't want to be rude eating on camera, so I just turned it off. So I'll be back in about. I'm listening.
We'll leave your audio in there. I figured that's what you did. He's got that chicken sandwich must be eaten. You know, that's what's yeah.
See, Hank, you drew me into the show.
Yeah.
You asked me several times if I wanted to come on. I said no. Then all of a sudden I'm on the show.
Yeah.
We're glad you're here, John.
Yeah. We are glad to have you here. John. We're glad that you're doing the work that you do, John. I appreciate you being. You know, you're one of the. There's some good folks out there as far as the gun news world. Not just yourself. I don't want to make it like it's just you. But you know, we need guys like you. It's not just you. Come on. It's not just you. Yeah, there are other guys out there doing good work, but it's really frustrating to deal with people in a situation like this where they don't understand what they're saying. Like, you're setting yourself up. We're setting our own selves up by doing this. We just should not negotiate with these guys. We should not give them an inch. You know, what we want is what's in the Constitution, what we are entitled to by just being alive.
Right. I shouldn't have to ask permission from nobody.
Yeah. You know? The fact that there's criminals out there is not something that anything could be done about. If you don't believe me, if you're a person out there that you believe you can just make laws and fix everything, you are totally dumb, blind, stupid, however you want to look at it. Yeah. It's not stopping anything.
Oh, I see someone out there talking about Bitcoin and saying Bitcoin is not widely accepted. It's accepted on BlackSwanTactical.com, and TUSC will be accepted shortly.
Okay, nobody's going to accept your Bitcoin worth $60,000. Bitcoin. Huh?
I was going to say, you come up with your $60,000 Bitcoin, and all of a sudden it's like, how do I get change?
Yeah. So the thing with Bitcoin, I think, from my understanding of all of this, is that Bitcoin's very valuable. Lots of people are holding on to it.
Yeah.
And not necessarily, not necessarily spending it unless they have like a mansion to buy, an island somewhere. They need to buy this island. You know. So we do need things like TUSC and other things out there. Look, I'm banned on PayPal for life. And lots of other gun guys out there, you're banned, right? So how can PayPal do that? Where's the law that's like, these are utilities? Banking is a utility, right? Then they should not be able to say to me in a bank, no, we don't like the business you're doing. We're gonna cut you off from being able to do business. This is what this whole stupid credit card thing is, right? I don't want to be locked in to only using credit cards. Yes, I use those a lot. I use bank cards or whatever. I don't want to be locked into that. If someone's committing a crime out there, and this is what the hell the agencies exist for. Someone's committing a crime, doing the wrong thing, you go track them, gather evidence, but following the Constitution and the rights that the person has.
Yeah.
And you make a case against them and you convict them. That there you go. That's how you do it. You know, but doing these stupid things and us voluntarily giving up we just need to stop it. No one in the industry, none of these organizations, I don't want to hear NRA or any other organization talking about negotiating shit. Okay? This is exactly what was said when everyone's like, oh, you guys don't understand. They're playing 3D chess when they give up the bump stocks. Yeah. If we give up the bump stocks, they'll leave us alone.
What did they get? What'd you get? You got nothing.
No, they didn't leave us alone.
You got nothing. Yeah. No.
Did they leave us alone?
They're never going to leave you alone.
That's why we're here. Look at us now.
Yeah.
Look, they're starting like I said before, the old handgun, what was that? Handgun, whatever. The agenda that they had, you read it. It was down to pocket knives.
Mm-hmm.
Everything So down. Like England. Look at England. The knife is so scary. It's not, and the knife is not the problem. It's the people that are the problem. Same thing here. You don't have problems. Like I said, I know people that have a lot more guns than I do, and a lot faster shooting guns than I do, and they're not a problem.
Yeah. In Britain, they have something that says like a national campaign that says "Save a life, give up your knife."
Yeah.
How insane is that?
Yeah. Handgun control.
Help.
That's what it was.
It didn't help over there. It didn't help. Yeah.
And it isn't helping now. I mean, no.
Yeah. It looks
have
like Baby Crispy finished his sandwich. How was that sandwich?
Have you seen the funny? It was delicious. I love PDQ. PDQ is really good.
You had to
I shoveled it in because I had two little slices of pizza. I haven't eaten hardly anything today, so I was very hungry.
Yeah. Right.
There's some really funny like Twitter memes about UK police departments that are like, look at the roundup we just did. Look at all look how much safety we've created by taking all this evil off the street. And it's like a hammer, a screwdriver, a little butter knife. It's like, what are you guys wasting your time on?
They won't stop. There's not a place they're going to stop, and they can't stop it in England. There's still guns in England. There's still gun violence.
But
quote unquote, right? But ultimately, people want to there's not all people. There's a small percentage of people out there that want to do bad things to other people, and that don't give a crap what the laws of society are. Yep. And those people, the only thing you could do is lock them up, put them away, or take them off the face of the planet.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the end result here. The people getting punished are the people who are doing the right thing. And it's just, I don't know, I just don't like the idea of people thinking that it's okay. And I have this conversation all the time with friends out there, and they're like, oh, but why don't you just negotiate something? I'm like, dude, seriously, what are we talking about?
No.
Yeah, there's no reasonableness out there. There's no, we'll do this and then they'll stop. So, okay, Kiaski says PayPal isn't a bank. True. It's not necessarily a bank, but they are involved in finances, and they're taking over doing a lot of things. And there are banks that are doing what I'm saying to you. Operation Choke Point is a real thing. I spent this weekend making videos with Sam Andrews Custom Leather, and I've told you guys before that he had a bank, and the bank said, oh, this guy's making leather holsters. Wait a second, how do we know the leather is legal? And they froze his account. Well, it's not. What the hell are they talking about? He doesn't go to Africa somewhere and hunt down some beast and then skin it.
He's not going out and getting a walrus or something, poking a walrus with a spear,
No, he's buying this leather from a company that's importing this leather. First of all, it's been exported from a country into this country, and it's going through all kinds of things. It's not the bank's job to get involved there and look into that. There are other agencies that already did that before it got to the company that he's buying his supplies from, and it's not the bank's business to do that. But this is what's happening with PayPal and lots of other places, and it won't stop. It won't end. Okay? And what we have to do is protect ourselves from that. Other than that, I want to say everyone smash the thumbs ups. Really, we can get there right now. Like 17 thumbs ups, we get to 100. That would be awesome. Just do it if you're out there right now. Let's see. Lola wanted to know what's new at JSD Supply. I know people were asking about the P320s, etc. Come on, hit us with break some news here. Come on, Jordan.
All right. So the 365 mold is done, P365. So that 80% should be out soonish. Okay. I know I keep saying it, but soonish. I'm sure people are asking about jigs for the P320. That's in process too. We had an issue with steel supply. So that steel's in, it's being cut. So we'll be back in business there pretty soon.
Okay.
We're working on CZ Scorpion, trying to get that out for the 3D print guys. So that's just another angle we're going down. You're never going to stop 3D printing. There's some, Senate bills in PA right now that they're trying to ban or outlaw 3D printing of frames, which is nonsense. But
that's what they're trying to do here. If we allow this to stand, that's where this bridges to next. Go ahead, John.
That's where it's going to go.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah.
All right. So 2 things. I gotta go. actually 3 things. Second thing, buy this shirt, luxfun.com.
Right, shout out. You should be showing us the sneakers. I want to see the sneakers. But
yeah, it's upstairs. And Kim Stouffer has agreed.
Okay.
To be on the show with Jordan.
All right, good. We'll make it happen.
All right. There you go. I think that'll be a interesting show.
And I promise he can look at the other things. We'll be on our best behavior.
Walter, Patrick, are you coming on?
No, I'm gonna watch from the sidelines. It wouldn't go well.
I want an honest conversation between Jordan and Kim, obviously, and I will officiate it. Obviously, I have my own prejudices, but you know.
And Patrick, do you have the blue? Do you have the blue the blue light blockers on your glasses?
I don't know if I do or not.
I think you do.
Okay, maybe I do. Why, are they reflective or something?
No, I've been studying the way light bounces and things like that off different coatings of material.
They work. Blue light blockers. I don't know if these have them or not, but I've had them before, and it really helps with eye strain if you sit in front of the computer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They reflect a little bit differently than like off Walter's glasses or Hank's glasses.
Yep.
So I've been studying how light reflects off different coatings.
Yeah.
They're good.
I got a little bit bored.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna come across wrong, but I was gonna say anal much. Yeah, very anally attentive. Oh no, I'm just paying attention.
Weaponize autism.
Yeah,
autism,
paying attention to details on John's part there. And then some people are saying that they can only see the closed caption, don't know what's going on out there, but we'll figure that out. So you out of here, John?
I am out of here. I gotta get my kids to sleep. Come here and say bye.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's let the kitties say bye. See ya. Just so you know, this is not a show for bye. This is not a show for kids.
Bye. Are we still in?
Yeah, they can't hear you guys.
Yeah, I had to make sure first.
All right.
Yeah. All right, John.
See ya.
Yeah, those boys. That's what we called in the olden days, rambunctious. You remember that, rambunctious? Yeah, now they want to give them medications, which is ridiculous. I mean, those are natural. Those are healthy boys.
Yeah. Let them play.
Yeah.
Let them run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I think we need to give some medication to some of these people that want to take our rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know there were people asking. Go ahead.
Walter, they make pills for that, and it smells suspiciously like almonds. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Oh, cyanide.
Just got that one. Yeah, I just got that one when Walter got it. Yes. I'm like, wait, almonds. Wait, what is it that smells like almonds again? I know something smells like almonds. Yeah, so we were talking about what the new stuff going on there, and I think someone was asking about where they can buy your stuff from. Do you want to address that? Can people only buy from you in person? I'm sorry, say it again.
No, website. Yeah, website jsdsupply.com. And then we have a few other dealers as well, but right now
he just got done saying how he's an internet-only business and has no storefront. So no, you can't buy from him in person.
You can at a show.
At a show.
Yeah, at a show. But I asked that question just because someone was asking earlier. I don't know if it was Vanessa Kitty. Someone was asking earlier how they can get stuff from you. And you guys have lots of supply, obviously.
Yeah, we do the best we can. I mean, whatever is in stock on the website has like a 2 to 4 lead time for shipping. Lead time for shipping right this second. So we're bringing it down, but yeah, I mean, everybody keeps buying stuff, so it's just the way it is at the moment.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Just keep buying stuff. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And the thing I wanted to bring up too is about 80% receivers. Before the advent of the injection molded receivers, there were 80% receivers forever. There was 1911 receivers. There was SIG receivers. There was metal AR lowers that you could finish yourself. And it's nothing new. It's not like it's
They've had black powder kits since forever. You can put your own black powder kit, build your own black powder rifle. It's been around since the 1800s.
Yeah, and that still works, by the way.
They do. They work just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we? I feel like I mean, you guys. I'll let Walter and Patrick decide here where we want to go. But should we deep dive into the Scorpion kits that are? I mean, Jordan might not want to get. Yeah, go ahead, Walt.
What are you doing Scorpion with?
So we have an 80%, unfinished receiver down at ATF. It'll be, it's like a year and a half it's been down there. So we're just moving into the 3D printing space. A group, AWCY is kind of like a engineer group, I'll say, just for, easy description. They got a bunch of guys in there that do some 3D printing designs and that sort of thing. So they just released all their files not long ago to 3D print, the plastic pieces on the Scorpion. So we're going to make the internals and all the metal stuff. Yeah, the slide, and that's what we're working on first, is the slide or the bolt.
Which generation of Scorpion are we talking here? The VZ61 or the new modern
Evo,
Scorpion?
Sorry. Yeah, the Evo Scorpion 3.
Evo Scorpion, okay. Because there is a big push 3D printing right now for the VZ51s or whatever.
Oh, really?
People are making 3D printed receivers for their VZ51s.
Yeah. I just think the Evo's cooler, so that's what we're doing.
You got modern features. It's a totally different beast. A 32 ACP versus a modern 9mm with, totally different.
Right.
Yeah. So are you guys building it exactly, according to how it was before, or are we going to get some cool variations on this? How's that?
Yeah, so with 3D printing, you can add whatever you want to it. So we're going to build all the internal parts, use some of our shops that we use to machine out all the different metal parts. And then as far as 3D printing goes, that group I said, they have all the files are available for free. So you get a $200 3D printer, print out the receiver parts of it, the two side plates, and we'll sell you the rest of the parts or whatever. But yeah, so you can print a good bit of parts out of for that gun.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
What changes do you guys think would be, anyone thinking about okay, I know someone's going to say Glock. Glock magazine.
Glock what?
Oh, Glock magazines, yeah.
The CZ mag is so much better than a Glock.
It's good, yeah. There's no reason.
Yeah, that's the
There's
truth.
no reason to go backwards.
Yeah.
There's no
and then even like PSA is making them
for cheap.
Yeah.
Their mags are so cheap. It's like $16 for a mag.
Yeah.
So they work.
Yeah.
So we really don't need to change that. What changes though? What do people think should be changed? I changed the grip on mine when I got it.
Yeah. That's the biggest one, is the grip that we hear people complain about.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering what other changes, Walter. Can you I don't even know why I'm asking Walter. Walter wants everything original.
Well, let me tell you what I thought about doing with an Evo Scorpion, whatever. I thought about making a metal receiver for it. Done. But that's just the way so taking those internal parts and putting them into a metal receiver.
Okay, metal. What would be the benefit of metal?
You ever seen what happens to some of those receivers on a bad day?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
they break.
Okay.
People break them. Out of battery, stuff goes off.
Oh,
I mean, it's plastic still. So.
Direct blowback 9mm is really hard on a receiver, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. When the polymer AR-15 receivers were first coming out back in 2010, 2012, there were some companies that were like pioneering those plastic AR receivers. They had a huge problem with people running 9mm subguns through them because it's just way harder on the back.
It's violent.
Yeah.
It's violent.
Yeah, 9mm is not as soft as a AR-15, as a 5.56 rather.
Okay. But so
you have more. You have more bolt. You have more.
Yeah. More mass.
Go ahead.
No, you were saying more mass, Walt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? So then,
more
what?
mass,
The only changes people want is the grip. That's it. Come on, guys. Come on. Hit me with something.
They do the safety levers. They do the grips.
I just want to print one myself. Like, I don't need to change a whole lot. I just want the inner parts, and then I'm going to go hit up a friend with a printer, and I want to print one.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
Yeah. We need a printer.
Triggers too. We got some cool looking triggers.
Triggers? Okay. What about different what about different calibers?
I suppose you could. I think they only make it 9mm, but I mean, you probably have to change the bolt face probably to house a 40 or 45 or something.
Yeah.
But swap the barrel and do that. It's probably not a huge deal. But then you run into magazine.
Yeah, magazine is
issues.
going to be the issue.
Probably not. Yeah. You could probably do 40, maybe with the same housing, maybe. Yeah. That'd be more work than.
What about a Scorpion that shoots 5.7? How about that? I'm just spitballing here. Okay, Patrick has a face. I don't know if
that might be fun.
You know, I don't know if he's processing.
I had this awful smell that just came across my nose. Excuse me.
Right. I mean, wasn't that in the news a couple of weeks ago that 5.7's like a NATO caliber now?
And
it's been adopted. Yeah, they adopted it. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, people. 5.7. You gonna hate on 5.7?
No, I actually really like the 5.7. I just their guns and ammo are just too expensive. I can't afford them.
Okay, 9mm is $1 around now, sir.
No.
It's coming down. It's coming down.
A P90, a 5.7 pistol. They're really expensive guns.
Yeah.
Well, they're expensive to shoot too. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like to shoot. I don't like to go bang and then.
Prices are on their way back down finally.
Yeah, 9mm creeping down.
Okay.
Slowly creeping down. I think inventory is sitting around in some of the warehouses. Finally,
and people have bought. They spent all their credit card money they have.
Yeah.
Now we just got an infusion of stimulus.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Isn't there Biden money out there?
So Jordan will see a bump. I'll see a bump.
Yeah.
I saw a bump last time.
Yeah, imagine the day when they make it illegal to use your Biden money or whatever it is.
I'm prepared for that. I think they're gonna try that if that ever were to. Print more money.
You see this crap? They want to start paying people the amount of kids they have. You see, you gotta stop this crap. You gotta stop this crap. Let people go back to work. Let them do their thing. Turn the money off. Right. People will find a way.
Yeah, and I'm all for people having as many kids as they want to have. That's what I believe. Have as many kids as you want, but I don't have to pay for it.
As long as you can pay for them. As long as you can pay for them, you can pump them out like,
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Yeah, now, God bless all the little children.
If you're making babies and you can't pay for them, then you need to get.
Yeah. That's a snip. That's a snip for anyone who doesn't know. Stanley Walnut says, did PSA release the dagger yet? My answer to that will be no.
No.
So Jordan, what's the guns out there that's on the top of everyone's wish list? That's what I want to know. Are people out there like, hey, how come you guys don't make a 5.7 pistol, or what's the
Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of requests for a lot of different random stuff. Part of the problem is if it's an expensive gun and we can make the parts, we can usually make them cheaper and still make money and provide a good value. Some of the stuff they want is relatively inexpensive to start with and a little bit complex, and so it just doesn't make sense for us to produce anything. But we're going to hammer this 3D printing stuff pretty hard. So whatever gets developed, like an FN 509, Smith & Wesson M&P, Springfield XD possibly, different polymer pistols like that, we can definitely make all the parts for and really support the 3D printing side, because we don't have to deal with the frame. So once I see something I think is cool or that I want to do, we can draw up the frame, release it for printing, and just hammer it with the parts. So we don't have to wait for approval from anybody, because we're not doing frames. So that'll be one nice thing. We don't have to wait around. So that's what we're starting. We just had meetings about it today, actually. So yeah, we're headed down that path pretty heavily here. So.
Okay. Any comments or questions on that, guys? Oh, don't all chime in all at one time. Everyone was mad. Everyone's gotten all their energy Everyone's gotten all their energy sapped out of them. I would like to see, what is it, the FG9? What's the folding one that remember Magpul was gonna make it and it looked like a flashlight?
Yeah. Magpul.
Yeah.
FMG9. Yep.
Yeah, FMG. I really want that. I'm sorry. Come on.
The problem with all that little bitty stuff is you can't make it little bitty and sell it unless it's a SBR. You're gonna put a brace on of.
No, that one has to. FMG9 has to be an SBR.
So you're gonna have some kind of gizmo 16-inch barrel that pops out of your pocket. It's like, come on.
Right.
I mean, they're our laws, our great laws we have,
Right.
You can't do that.
And that prevents crime, Walter. That prevents crime.
Yeah, we know.
Don't you feel safer?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah. I guess I would like to see that, but yeah, I guess that's the big drawback of that it has.
I'd love to have that. That kind of stuff is cool.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. We got to figure out something with that, man. We got to figure that out somehow. There has to be a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. I think, if all the great minds of the current era get together, we put Jordan, Control Pew, you could put all these people together.
Yeah.
Come on, it could be done.
Can I throw one thing that has nothing to do with anything we're talking about?
Sure, absolutely. Hit us.
You see the thing from Mac where they're importing the SVD from Hungary?
No, but I'm going to look it up right now.
Wait, he made a video?
Yeah, he made a video. SVD made by
Hungarian FEG SVD rifle. It's here.
Yeah. Look at the starting price, by the way.
Oh, I don't even.
The starting price, yeah.
I don't even.
The starting price is $5,000.
Oh!
Okay, I think we know what you guys need to make there, Jordan.
and I think,
I guess.
Well, they're starting out with 100 of them. Okay, it's like, really? Come on.
Well, because you could sell those. You could sell those, right?
Oh, they'll be sold really quickly, but
yeah.
But 100, really?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I'll wait for the pandemic to get over with. That's I'm not buying it. I did buy a gun today.
Bought a gun? What did you get?
I bought a Tokarev, a Chinese Tokarev today.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it from AIM.
They have them in stock. I saw that. Yep.
All right.
And they have it with the trigger safety. No goofy safety hole drilled through the side of the receiver. Yeah.
So this is kind of
so
a
then
gun
what
thing.
I'm gonna do.
I saw a gun. First of all, sorry, Walt. I don't know if you were down there. I cut you off rudely. I rudely interrupt you, which is my curse. I do this all the time.
I do it too.
Yeah, I get comments all the time like, "You bastard! Why don't you let people talk?"
What I'd like you to do is this will just be a minute, and about 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Just a second.
But listen, I saw this thing that I want to share with you guys. It's a safe, and I'm not a fan of safes really because I think safes are just ridiculous. They just don't work really the way they're supposed to, in my personal opinion. Like the traditional.
What do you mean a safe?
A gun safe. The traditional gun safe is not really functional to me. I think we need, I would do cages.
Yeah.
I prefer.
My problem is they're always too small.
Yeah,
exactly.
Small. Mine would never have enough room.
Yeah, there's never enough room, and then it's not like there's just all these things. But I came across a really interesting one I want to share with you guys. This one that I'm throwing up here on the screen, and you all probably won't see it yet. This one is from 1860 something here that I saw. So some folks that I know actually bought this old safe that used to be in a bank around here. And this is just to show you guys the scale.
Oh, of double. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We were in North Carolina, and this one shop in Clayton, I think it was, had a old bank vault safe.
Yeah.
Plate steel, like half-inch plate steel. And I was like, I would take that home if I could only figure out how the hell
this was beautiful.
to get that.
Yeah, if you look at the patina on this, it was really beautiful. They had all the keys, everything. Like this has been.
Where did that come from?
This has been in a particular family for over 100 years. It was in a bank, I guess, somewhere around here. Maybe was it in Stark or someplace like that?
Yeah, it looked. The one that I was looking at looked just like that. I would buy something like that in a heartbeat if I were able to. I don't know how to transport it.
So the one thing with this, the guy who bought this, he's gonna have all of this stuff taken off. He's gonna totally
art.
Yeah, he's gonna totally scrub it, like clean this up and
Why?
have it. I know. I was like, damn it, that's not what you do to something like this, man.
No, that's art right there.
Yeah, but I thought it was really cool to see something from like, 1800s.
Yeah.
That was.
I missed a cool. It wasn't that old, but it was one of those double door like safes, and it was in a. Well, I could have bought it, but my main concern was moving it, and I was like, do I really need this hassle? So I didn't do it, and then later I was like, gosh darn it, I should have bought it. I would have figured out the move. I mean, we've moved a lot bigger things in the safe, so yeah.
Yeah, Lola says 10 pane metal safe. She said it was amazing. It was. So there you go. Yeah, cool. Chris Schumach says tell him that it's worth a lot of money to get it appraised. I told the guy. But he's like, dude, I bought this. I'm redoing it. I don't care what anyone says. I was like, you're gonna ruin this thing.
Hey.
Yeah, he's free to do it.
Take your single action Army from back then and just re-blue it. That's fine. Yeah. Just re-blue it.
Yeah.
Lola says he's returning it to original state. No.
I don't know how you're going to get those flowers and stuff on it.
Yeah, that would be original state. I think what he's doing is he wants to clean it up and, all of that. And that's going to get rid of that artwork. And I would rather leave, I would just leave that. That looks beautiful right there.
Yeah, I just clean it. That's all I would do.
Yeah.
And use it.
And have a locksmith make sure the locks are cool and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can promise you, nobody, when you're talking about real security, nobody's getting into that plate steel and the weight. Ain't nobody getting into that safe.
Yeah. Lola has this question. She says, "Can the foundation in a home handle that kind of weight?"
As long as you don't put them on the second floor, yeah, you'd be fine.
Or a wooden floor.
Or if you have a wooden floor joist, I wouldn't do that. But
yeah.
For us, like our downstairs is concrete foundation, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. I think it should be fine. My heart can't handle it being taken off that patina. That's what can't handle. Yeah. So that's and he actually had it over at a local Mako. That's where it is, and they're gonna redo it. And I was like, oh man,
Mako?
Yeah.
He's gonna have literally the worst painters around painted.
Mako?
They're just gonna probably just clean it up, grind it up, and all.
Words.
Yeah. But like we said, he has the right to do that. He has the right to do it.
Hey, it's his own. Yeah, it's his game.
Yeah. But it's not for me. Something like that is not really even for like I wouldn't even store stuff in there. I just want to have that.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Yeah, I'd like it too.
Yeah.
You could put your TV in it.
Yeah.
Put a TV inside of it, and you close when you don't want anybody to see the TV. You open it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you have your bar in there. You can have a bar in there. That's right. Have your bottles and all that stuff inside there.
Cool.
Yeah. Scorched Earth says Hank looks like a gun psychiatrist on that couch. Shout out to Scorched Earth out there, a friend Rod Mills in ye old Jacksonville. What's up?
I was gonna say last couple minutes here. Can we tell what we did over the weekend?
Yes, let's do that. Okay, but let's do this. Let's start with the guest. We got Jordan here. Let's be polite. Let's be polite to Jordan. What you do over the weekend that you could tell us about, Jordan?
Not a whole lot, man, that I can tell you about.
That's a good weekend then.
No, I'm just kidding.
Enough said.
Worked a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm in Florida now, heading up to the gathering tomorrow, so I'll see you there.
Oh, awesome. Cool. I was going to ask you what you're doing in Florida. I don't know if it's top secret or what you're doing in Florida or, making some moves.
Very top secret.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. All right.
I'm visiting with friends, very close friends.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Okay. That's good. Yeah. All right, cool. So I look forward to seeing you at the gathering. That should be interesting. I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about there. That's going to be is that going to be our first time actually meeting each other?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. Very cool. All right, so now let's go to Babyface. We'll make Walter wait.
That's fine.
That should.
I'm used to it. No worries.
What did you do, Babyface? What'd you do for the weekend?
Chores around the house, pretty much it. Nothing too exciting.
You guys just ripping it up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's so much partying.
I had things to do. I had to clean the car. I had to do laundry. Sometimes you got to be an adult and get things done around the house.
Yeah, I mean, these wild and crazy gun guys.
I did get a little tipsy on Saturday night playing. I picked up a new game called Hell Let Loose. It's a World War II first-person shooter. Mm-hmm. So like ultra realistic first-person shooter. You get zoinked once and you're out of the fight, and you have to respawn. Yeah. Really, really fun because it's 50 on 50, so it's a 100-player server, and you go to like the Ardennes Forest or Carentan or any of the big fights you would think of between the U.S. and Germany, and you got 50 people on one side, 50 on the other. Squads where they're talking to each other. You have a commander that's trying to like organize the squads, and it's really fun. So
do you have those? What kind of radios did they have in World War II? What kind of communication?
Tank commanders and commanders had those like big backpack radios, but for us, it's voice over IP.
Oh.
I just press a button on my mouse and I can say whatever I want to whoever I want.
Yeah, because so regular people didn't even have that then. They didn't have
no regular soldiers wouldn't have any communications.
Oh, okay. Oh. Interesting. Let's get this super chat up from Stanley Walnuts. Oh, no. He says for Walter, the AWB includes a grandfather clause, assault weapons ban. Does this mean if you own something on the list, you can still use it at your range/club? So there you go.
What's that for Walter?
Yeah, I don't know why that's for Walter. Maybe because he looks like a grandfather. Yeah, he probably is a grandfather for all I know.
I actually no. Well, I guess you could say step grandfather. I mean, when Alexis got married, there's some kids there, but it's not like they live across the street or something, So it's not like
he's not a grandpappy yet. When Babyface has kids, or Spence, or we'll see.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to see, I wasn't aware, Jordan. I don't know if you guys are aware of the grandfather clause in there for the stuff that's out there. A lot of times now they're not leaving in these grandfather clauses really. Yeah. So I don't really give a lot of credence to that. What it
don't
would
let
mean,
that
yeah.
Don't let that placate you into some kind of it's not that bad.
Yeah, because what I was going to say,
some kind of deal.
Yeah, because typically what that means is you've got to register really that thing in order to have it. And when you register it, then later on when they go, oh, but we made this new law that you can't even have it now, and we know you have one. Turn it over. So, lots of people throwing up what they did for the weekend. I, of course, was hanging out with Sam Andrews Custom Leather over the weekend. And I do want to share this one picture. But by the way, I did a video that's a little bit different with Sam. We did a Q&A video with him. We did 2 How It's Made videos. But we did one video where he showed his gun collection. He showed some guns in his gun collection. Let's see if I could share this on the screen. Here's one of them that this might actually wind up being a thumbnail for that video or something like that. So he collects what was it like from
he likes old
British Empire guns, yeah. British
Empire, so Australian, British, Canadian from World War II and before.
Yeah, here's another one that he has in his collection. So
he's got one of my bucket list guns.
Yeah,
sure.
So and just to give you the story of that, Babyface, because I know I sent you the picture of me with that gun, and he goes, oh yeah, when I was talking to Babyface, he said this was on his bucket list. He was like, you need to take a picture.
That is. Yeah.
You need to take this picture and send it
high
to
power.
Him. Yeah.
An Inglis high power with the stock and everything is a bucket list gun of mine. I love those things.
Yeah. So this is I'm messing with this gun and you're not, Babyface P. Look.
I'll get one day.
That's what's going on.
They're not horribly expensive.
That's what's going on there. So that's what I did for the weekend. It was a lot of fun and a lot of work. We did a lot of work out there in St. Augustine. Didn't see any sights. Didn't go to the beach, do any pirate tours or anything like that, like I really wanted to do. But we did hang out with Sam Andrews. All right. Yeah, you could do the pirate tours. The pirate museum is fun in St. Augustine, by the way.
You remember I went to St. Augustine when that whole Sam Andrews trip fell through.
Yeah, yes, I remember.
Yeah, because I had a room reserved, so we went to St. Augustine for the weekend. We had a great time, but yeah.
Yes, St. Augustine's awesome. Okay, Walt, tell us what you did. Hit us with the awesomeness.
Friday was mini bike riding / racing at the Cabbage Patch Bar in New Smyrna.
Right. You did the Cabbage Patch.
Bike week activities. Yeah, so I don't know if Jordan knows, but at the Cabbage Patch, it's this bar in New Smyrna Beach. Been there for 60 plus years. Big place for bikers during bike week. They have coleslaw
probably
wrestling.
Here for bike week. You never know.
Coleslaw wrestling. Yeah.
Coleslaw wrestling.
Coleslaw wrestling. Jordan's like,
last
oh
year,
boy.
last year because of the COVID thing, they didn't do that. So they got they contacted one of the local guys here, and we had mini bike races in the area where they normally have the coleslaw wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So they liked it so much they invited them back this year for Friday's events, and then Saturday they had coleslaw wrestling. So I did that Friday.
Did you participate in the wrestling?
No.
Yeah.
It's for better looking.
Well, yeah, Jordan.
Walter ended up in banana hammock.
But no.
Jordan, seriously.
No.
Why did you say that, Patrick? Now I have to figure out how to scrub my brain. Why? I was gonna say.
No.
I was gonna say, Jordan, you need to Google that.
Just picture in your head. Just picture in your head Alex Jones with Walter's face on it.
Oh my God. Oh boy. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's dangerous.
I didn't crash or fall down, so I didn't injure myself any more than I did the week before that, which we did a 24-hour mini bike race,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't drive for 24 hours, but I fell down a couple times, and I don't know if I broke a rib or I cracked a rib or whatever, but
probably bruised it.
Yeah, you're too old for that, Walt. You're
Yep.
too old for this now.
Yeah. So
and the worst thing is there's nothing you can do. You just need to let it recover.
Yeah.
Peggy's like, go to the doctor, get it X-rayed. It's like, for what? It's like, you charge me $500.
Yeah, exactly.
And can I ask this friendly question? Did anyone get video of you in your spills? Because I need to see video of this.
Actually, that's the one I told you I flipped over the handlebars that first time.
Someone has video of you flipping over the handlebars.
No. They didn't catch any of my wrecks.
That one's not gonna feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Sure. It was super muddy on the track, and it was slippery as heck. And after the last one where I fell and I basically landed on my head, I was like, you know what? I think I've had my fill of this. Yeah. So, but seriously, I couldn't even breathe deep or laugh, or you try to sneeze. And you get one of these little.
God.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
Yep.
You get one of these little girly sneezes out. It's like,
you drink too fast, you got a burp, and you're like,
oh,
God, my rib.
I can't roll over in bed. It's like, oh.
You probably fractured a rib.
You need a stuntman. Yeah, you need a stuntman.
Walter does his own stunts.
Just do a DIY X-ray, man. Look it up on YouTube. Somebody has a YouTube video, I guarantee you, how to do your own X-ray.
Then I got to be admitted for radiation sickness.
Yep.
You might die. After you do that X-ray, you better go to the hospital.
We're all worried about 80% lowers when there's mini bikes out there. Trust me.
Yeah. Let me get this in real quick. Chris Schumach said, I wrote a program for beginner pistol course and enjoyed my birthday. Happy birthday to Chris Schumach. I hope I'm saying that right. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Might be Schumaki or something like that. But yeah. Chewbacca, you said? I don't know. Could be.
Chewbacca.
Yeah. So, but happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to him. We are going to wrap it up now. I do want to remind everyone that's watching, no show for the rest of this week. We're going to the gathering at the Sawmill, the PSA event that's happening in South Carolina. It is open to the public. If you guys look it up, there's lots. If you Google it, you're going to find it. It is open to the public, so you can come up there. It's kind of like SHOT Show and NRA put together. There's going to be shooting bays. It's happening on a range, and people will be. There's going to be different companies there. You can go shoot. Jordan, you're going to be there, right?
Yep, we'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Setting up tomorrow.
Yeah, so there'll be other folks there. So there won't be anything. I am going to try to get some videos up, as many as I can from there that I can do in that time, and we'll get some other stuff up here on the channel. So just be on the lookout for that. But I'm going to go around here and find out from everyone how you can get in touch with them, how you can support them. I'm going to start with Jordan. What can the folks do out there if they want to communicate with you, support you, buy stuff from you?
Yeah, so jsdsupply.com, and then Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, just JSD Supply on both of those platforms.
Mm-hmm. All right, awesome. Let's go to Babyface P. And I know it's Monday, so you put out a video, right?
YouTube.com/BabyfaceP. Today we started the build of all builds, and I don't have anything around to show off. I have a rear sight.
Oh, one of these?
Oh boy.
Hold on. It could be that. That could be what it is. This is from a 1903 A3 Springfield. It is not focusing. So we are building a 1903 A3 Springfield. It should be done this weekend, and I'm going to take it over to the hacienda to shoot while Hank isn't there. Do some testing with it, but it'll probably be about 4 videos long. I can see it being about 4 videos to finish building it out, but that's coming along. So guys, get ready for that.
Awesome.
I'm gonna have to consult with you.
Yes.
Yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe to Babyface P for that. Walter, how can the folks communicate with you and all your different shenanigans that you're up to?
And my recovery of my broken rim.
Yes, yeah.
SafetyRFarms.com, and then there's Safety R Farms on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And then there's the Dirtfoot Racing, the mini bike rib breaking stuff. That's on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And then there's stenparts.com. Stenparts.com. Spend some stimulus money on stenparts.com.
Absolutely. That's how you guys need to do it out there. With that stimulus money. Get the gun industry all nice.
Stimulate the economy,
yeah.
Yes.
But give some of that money to like GOA. There's lots of other good organizations out there.
Sure. Buy some food for the family. Don't spend it on a TV, okay?
Yeah.
Come on. These people, the Walmart's got piles of TVs waiting for you innocent victims to show up. So don't do that.
No, I haven't bought a
TV. They do.
I haven't bought a TV in a long time, actually.
I heard in the last round of checks they had them stacked in stores waiting for people to show up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they expect people to do. 42 Chilled says contact your senators and say no to gun control. I would agree with that.
Do that. Yes.
Other organizations out there that you do support, please make sure that they don't support stupid things like what we spent a lot of time talking about here today. I do appreciate Jordan from JSD Supply for coming through, as well as John Crump. And, of course, Walter and Babyface P for doing this. And all you folks out there, really do appreciate you guys. You can follow me on social media and all that, and we'll be putting things up. We're going to run in the end, and we're going to come back, and we're going to give Jordan the final word here, so stand by. Here we go. All right, guys, don't forget to smash those thumbs ups. Ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. We are going to rip the audio out of this and throw it up on iTunes and all the other places you get your audio podcast from. People all over the world listening to us. Shout out to everyone all over the world and all the good folks here in America that support and listen to us. We love and appreciate you guys. Jordan, hit us with some words of wisdom, sir, as we go out.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me here. Support the GOA, FPC, groups like that. Make sure they're supporting things that you stand behind and stand with them on that. So yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Thanks everyone. We'll see you next week. Be good to each other. We're out of here. Peace.